This is normally the point every time we play that Gary says, God, that is my favorite song.
Favorite song we're playing right now.
That.
I love that song.
That is the best song on the radio today. Not just
Crazy
because
girl,
you guys
man.
are here, but what they said is true. I say that every time.
In fact, he told Darius that the other day. He goes, that Eli Young Band song is the best song on the radio.
Exactly. So he'll be calling y'all, see if you want to go on the road with him. Because,
cool.
Darius needs all the help he can get selling tickets. You know what I mean? Yeah.
We'll help him out if he needs some help.
I'm sure. With this Eli Young Band, Mike, James, Chris, and John here in the studio with us this morning. Another one of those Texas bands, those Southwestern bands that has so much talent and does so much for so long, and nobody knows about it. Texas has a habit of that. I mean, some incredible. Pat Green came out of there. Jack Ingram came out of there. All these guys that just tear it up on stage, and then all of a sudden we get a taste of it. Well,
I hope y'all get more of a taste of it. We got a full record that we want to release to everybody. So, but we're really lucky down in Texas. There are a lot of bars to play, and there's a scene down there where we get to really learn how to do this thing. And so eventually with our music, it started breaking out of Texas, and it eventually led to us releasing national records. And so we feel one of the lucky few that got to break down the boundaries and get out here. So
there's some quality stuff, and I had never really, but I guess that's it. There's so many venues to play.
Yeah,
all over that state.
And there's a ton of people down there who just want to go out and see live music. Mm-hmm. I mean, they don't care if you're the worst guitar player, or the best guitar player, or the best singer, or whatever. They're going to go.
Well, they kind of care.
Well, I mean, they're going to care eventually.
It depends whether they paid. Whether they paid to get in or not. I guess, right?
Exactly. So it's there's like Mike was saying, there's a scene down there of people going out and checking it out.
Do you guys feed on each other? I mean, is this with so many live venues and so many live bands, and they all do it so well? It seems like. I mean, it's a great learning ground for live entertainment, isn't it?
It depends on if we like each other that day. Sometimes we'll pretend like we're not on the same stage, but...
No, I got you.
Sometimes it's a VH1 behind the music.
Oh, is that what it is?
No, we've been really lucky. We've been friends for a long time, and so I think our stage show has a lot to do with, the fun we're having on stage and kind of our connection. And
now, are you guys all from Texas? You guys grow up in Texas? I mean,
I grew up in Nebraska.
Okay.
So I'm the outsider. I came down for college and haven't moved back.
As you grow up there, is that whole Texas music thing part of your DNA growing up, or is that something you just fell into once you got to college?
I think you definitely feel that presence, like in high school and stuff. People, you hear about all the national bands, but then there's this underground scene that sort of trickles into all of it.
And I think that's the coolest thing in the world. I mean, to me, I would like to live in Austin.
You're looking at one Austonian right here.
Is that right?
Is it Austonian or is it Austinite?
Austonian, I think.
That sounds a little.
Yeah, that sounds. It's a little higher class.
But I mean, that's a place like you were talking about. You can go every night of the week for months and never hit the same stage twice. See a new act and
Yeah. Every night of the week, there's stuff going on, music, and it's a lot of country and a lot of blues and then those rock bands and stuff too. So it's a great place, man. I think that's a good example of or good snapshot of the whole scene in Texas.
Who writes? Who writes the music for the band?
All four of us do. That's kind of a cool thing. I think with our music and our records, a lot of times there's a lot of diversity, and I think because the four of us kind of came from four different musical directions and kind of came together, and that's, I think, why we have a unique sound, or at least we feel like we have a unique sound. Mm-hmm. But all four of us write.
And then every now and again you find a song like Crazy Girl that Lee Brice and Liz Rose wrote, and we all fell in love with it. It's kind of undeniable. It sounded like something we would have wanted to have written. So that was kind of our litmus test, and we were happy to record it. But I think about 80% of the record we wrote, something like that.
That's excellent, man.
Awesome. 78%, something.
77.5.
Yeah, I think that's close to it.
So, do you guys all wear hats because his hair is so much better than the rest of the band?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, well.
If you're watching Weasel TV right now.
Yeah, you can see
there's now a shining reflection that you can't. That is not a dying star you see on the screen.
They deal with that every day, man.
Gary swears he's got hair. I don't know.
Gary will tell us he's not bald.
Yeah,
right.
Because he has.
That's it
There's some stuff
exactly.
going on.
I own a razor.
So I see wedding ring.
And he's the last to fall.
You're the
Last to
ladies'
fall.
man?
Yeah,
You're-
I'm
He's a
getting married
lady
in
man.
February, so
Oh, are you
right
really?
around the corner, yeah. So
So are the wives enjoying this ride here that you're on right now?
I think all of us have, I think they're all extremely supportive.
Yeah.
I think right now is the hardest time I think that we've ever had because we're gone
A lot.
95% of the time.
So
And I
where
think
is
that's pretty
home?
generous.
Is home Nashville right now?
Texas.
It's still Texas.
We're
Okay.
stubborn.
All right.
We're
Good for
incredibly
you.
stubborn about that, yeah.
It worked for Willie. It really did.
Yeah.
It's okay to stay in Texas, right?
Yeah, I mean,
seems
we
like
can
we're
just
in
jump on a
Nashville.
plane, a Southwest flight, and we're there in an
At
hour.
least 2 or 3 times a month we're in Nashville, and so we can kind of get in and see everybody we need to see and do our business, and it really lets us focus when we get there and get everything done. Then when we can get off the road and go home, we can really get away from everything and be back in Texas.
And have some kind of normalcy,
Well, and with the technology, you can stay connected with Nashville daily. I mean, if you're
Absolutely.
writing or producing or whatever, it's a different world, isn't
Or
it?
not stay connected.
Exactly.
Either way.
Exactly.
TJ's way of thinking.
Congratulations on your ACA nomination, the
Well,
Breakthrough
thank you.
Artist, man. That just happened, and I think voting ends, the 11th? So you want to encourage people to get online and vote for you guys.
Absolutely.
We appreciate that very much.
That is awesome.
And it's an honor to be nominated.
That's cool.
And it's a great field, too.
Breakthrough Artist
Yeah.
of the Year. And then Letterman tomorrow night.
Letterman tomorrow night. And then you could please tell Dave that we're really getting tired of warming his axe up for him. Will you do that? Yeah.
We'll let him know.
It seems to be the circuit. You come here, and then the next day you go to Letterman. It's just
And
kind
then
of,
it's number one.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Number one.
Doing something like Letterman, are you guys nervous at all? I mean, that's a big national stage.
Yeah.
still gets us nervous. I think.
Are you in
we-
awe at all when you're there?
Oh,
that you're
yeah,
gonna-
well,
Oh, are you kidding? Yeah, absolutely.
This will be our
Yeah,
first
yeah.
time to do Letterman, but we did last year. We got to do Leno and Jimmy Kimmel, and I mean, it's just kind of one of those pinch yourself moments. Like,
Really?
why'd they let us in?
Somebody must have canceled.
You do get nervous.
This is a joke, isn't it?
It comes and goes so quickly. By the time you actually get your bearings straight and realize what's going on, you're done.
That's
You
cool,
know,
man.
So,
Well,
you gotta ask someone, did I mess that up?
It looks like you guys are now getting to do everything that people get into the business for. I mean, it's finally all rolled into a package for you here.
And it's hard to not. I mean, you try to tell yourself to step back and enjoy it, and but as busy as you get, you have to really tell yourself that, because this is kind of the heat of the moment right now, and then. Hopefully there'll be a few weeks where we can kind of step back and be like, wow, did that just really happen?
Yeah.
Well, it's an amazing week. We've got going for number one. We've got a platinum download for Crazy Girl. We've got 6 million hits on YouTube for the video for Crazy Girl. And when's the CD? Is the CD in stores?
CD's out. CD's
Yeah,
out.
it's called Life at Best, and includes Crazy Girl. And we release at the beginning of the year. We're going to release a new single called Even If It Breaks Your Heart, and
Great.
that song is on the record as well.
That's great, man. It's good to have you in town. It's going to be a great night over on the creek. That's a great place to play over there.
We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's
really
gonna
fun.
be a lot of fun.
It'll be a blast. Good to see you guys.
Thanks for having us.
All right, man. The Eli Young Band on 103.5 WEZL.